Dr. Josef Mengele was a Nazi doctor who was responsible for the death of thousands of Jews in concentration camps. He was given prisoners from concentration camps to torture them. He would even conduct experiments on prisoners, which mainly resulted in the death of them. He acquired his degree in 1935 before he went to pursue his medical career at Frankfurt am Main. He joined a right-wing and extreme anti-Semitic organization in 1931. In 1934, the Stahlhelm was incorporated into the SA-8. He conducted his experiments in concentration camps, mainly Auschwitz, as a doctor and torturer. He conducted the experiments mainly on kids. He mainly preferred to perform experiments on twin kids. Some of the experiments conducted by Dr. Josef Mengele was
freezing. He would put prisoners in a tank of ice water to chill and freeze them. He does this to find out a proper way to treat them. Many died or experimented permanent damage to their bodies because of hypothermia. Malaria. The goal of this is to find out more about treatment of malaria. They put infected mosquitoes or injected them with malaria. Then they would dose them with drugs to see the effects. Many of the test subjects died during the experiment. High altitude. The purpose of this experiment is to find out the limits of human endurance at high altitudes. They would put the prisoners in low-pressure chambers, and then they simulated the conditions. Spotted fever. Their goal was to investigate the effectiveness of spotted fever and other vaccines. About 90% of the people died that were dosed. Poison. In order to test the effect of poison, the test subjects were dosed and injected with various types of poisons. They died or were killed after the perform autopsies.
Josef Mengele escaped Auschwitz by disguising himself as regular German infantry. He then turned up at the Grossrosen work camp and left before it was liberated in the February of 1945. He was later seen at Mauthausen, and shortly after he was captured as a POW and held near Munich. He was later released by allies who had no idea of his presence in their midst. By 1948, Mengele had decided to leave Germany. From what he had heard, Argentina was the preferred country to move to since they were Nazi allies. His father, Karl Sr., owned a firm that produced agricultural equipment. Even though he did not own any business in Argentina, he had built business relationships with people there. Many Nazi war criminals had escaped to Argentina using false identities provided by the Red Cross organization. The International Committee of Red Cross has confessed that it had unwittingly provided travel papers for top 10 executives, including Adolf Eichmann, Klaus Barbie, Erich Priebke, and Josef Mengele. Mengele traveled from one country to another in the fear of getting caught. There were many warrants, bounties, rewards for him on an international basis. USA offered $2,375,000 for Josef Mengele, but he was lucky and didn't get caught. He died in Chile in 1979. He suffered a stroke while swimming and drowned.